in college, what you're really doing is learning how to learn. And I think a lot of people who are high elo, but don't necessarily play well as a team, don't take criticism super well, or maybe they can take it and they can nod their head, but maybe they're not processing that information. And I think that's the advantage that going to college gives you.
Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller, joined by Jayj, the new support for FlyQuest. It seems like you're doing pretty well. How is it going with the team? How's it been kind of finally getting to fill in there?
We've been meshing really well this week, especially in scrims. Sometimes we have a little bit of trouble in terms of communication, but that's kind of been my job, is to keep us all together and look forward and stay focused.
Well, it seems like you are staying focused. You came back in that game. It seemed pretty even, and then you guys clearly got ahead. So you talk about like kind of your ability to communicate. Other than just keeping the team focused, what are kind of some of the things that you're doing for them?
Well, I don't think I'm doing anything super special. I'm just playing to the best of my abilities. So, for example, if I'm playing Shen like I was today, then I want to be calling for those Shen ult plays, or since our comp was a poke comp, then I just want to keep reminding my team that we don't want to ever engage, we just want to poke, and we want to sit back. So I think that is my weakness. My best trait is communication.
Wait, so, sorry, what was your weakness?
Or sorry, no, that's my strength.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, cool. I look forward to kind of seeing how you can keep helping out FlyQuest and keeping y'all's play clean, because I think you guys have had, or the team has had a lead in a lot of the games and hasn't been able to close out. Seems like you are now able to close out.
Yeah. I think that's the main thing we've been working on in scrims, is every time we'd get a lead, someone would get caught, or we'd rush too much and skip steps and like getting vision. So we would end up like getting aced or whatever and losing the game. And once it happens like several times, you start getting frustrated and you start really looking at what you need to fix, and that's what we've been doing. And we're slowly fixing all of those mistakes. I think we still have some, but we're getting there for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, of course, everyone. You always have mistakes. Even Liquid always talks about, oh, we have so far to go.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I'm glad to see that you're kind of getting some things together, because I think right now at this point, you guys look like a much more cohesive team than you did even just 1 week ago.
Yeah. And I think our team has always had really good players individually. We just haven't been able to mesh. And I think for the first time since 2018, we've been able to play more as a team and keep each other focused.
Awesome. Well, I hope to see that continue. So let's talk a little bit about your journey then, because you're new now to starting for the LCS. You've been on Academy, and before that you were on Collegiate.
Yeah.
So first, when did you decide that you were going to try and make this professional league happen? And how did you kind of work through each step of the way and continue on that goal to finally be here?
So it's a bit of a long story, but I played for the University of Toronto Collegiate team, where we played in ULOL, which is the North American College Championship, basically. And we placed second, which led us to being able to travel to various international college events. And then with that experience in mind, as well as like being high rated in solo queue, me and two of my teammates were able to get picked up by FlyQuest, as well as our coach from the University of Toronto team. So the four of us went over to FlyQuest Academy team. And from there, I think it's just been kind of a grind. Like I said on my stage interview, I've been having a lot of wrist problems and whatnot, so I had to kind of work through that. And yeah, I think right now I'm playing the best that I can. I'm communicating the best that I can. And I think I'm ready to play at this level.
Well, cool. And so, yeah, you kind of, it seems like it has been a grind going from, each kind of step of the way. We don't see collegiate players here very often. So what is it about you, do you think specifically, that has allowed you to maybe keep this vision going that's different than other people who are successful at the collegiate level?
I think other collegiate players can be successful if they really put their mind to it. I know there's a lot of really good players who are in collegiate and in solo queue, and I think being in college lends really well to becoming a professional, because in college what you're really doing is learning how to learn. And I think a lot of people who are high elo but don't necessarily play well as a team don't take criticism super well, or maybe they can take it and they can nod their head, but maybe they're not processing that information. And I think that's the advantage that going to college gives you.
So you think you're just able to kind of take the feedback better, break things down because you've had that experience?
I think usually when I make a mistake, if it's a really bad one, or if I do it more than once, right away I know that that's like a habit that I have to break. And the next game, if I'm in a similar position, then I'll just really focus on not doing that mistake, right? So I think that's what another one of my bigger strengths is. I'm able to like learn really easily from my mistakes. And if like one of our other very experienced players or our coach Saint tells me you're doing this wrong, you need to fix it, then I think I can fix it quickly.
And you're able to kind of take that as a, you know, not a harsh, like yelling at you criticism, but...
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there are times when players on teams can get, like, heated, especially, like, say something's going wrong constantly. People can get argumentative or defensive, and I think that our team is being pretty good at, like, keeping it calm and collected, even if we're making repetitive mistakes.
I feel like it's hard to be angry when you've got Turtle next to you all the time and his just jovial personality.
Yeah, Turtle is a character for sure. Yeah,
yeah, he is. So I do want to ask about carpal tunnel then, because that obviously is, you mentioned it before, it's not something that we talk about maybe enough, the injury side of esports. It's a sport, so you are able to get injured. How do you work through that?
Well, I've been going to a physiotherapist like every week for the last probably like couple months. And like I said earlier, I think it's something we don't talk about a lot. I know for a fact that there are at least 10 players in LCS who have wrist problems, but nobody talks about it because you don't want to be seen as like damaged goods, right? So it's just something you have to constantly work through. You got to stay on top of your stretches, your exercises, going to the physiotherapist, doing whatever you can, and yeah.
Do you think that it is, like, I don't know enough about carpal tunnel. I know that you can get a surgery, but I don't know, like, in football, when you tear your ACL or something, you're out for a season, but you can normally come back pretty well. Not always 100%, but enough to still be, you know, at the professional level. Mm-hmm. What happens if you have carpal tunnel bad enough that you end up needing surgery?
I'm not the most knowledgeable still because I only have I misspoke earlier during my interview, and I meant to say I have early stages of carpal tunnel, so it hasn't fully developed yet, and I'm still able to play like a pretty decent amount of games. But I believe once you have full-blown carpal tunnel, then it's very hard to recover from, and you likely have to get the surgery. So I'm just trying to like stay on top of it and make sure I don't get to that point where I need like to stop playing or whatever, because it's my first week as a starter in LCS and I need to keep going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I hope you have a long journey. I hope you can figure that out. So best of luck. And I think that's great. Thank you so much. Before we go, we will do a nice easy wrist exercise in rock, paper, scissors. Best of one. I am right at about 50% win rate, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, best of luck to you there.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors. All right. I think I lost both of mine yesterday, so I'm going downhill. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Hey guys, Parks Owsley here with the Shotcaller. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please check out more up above, to the right, and to the left. Please subscribe to our channel as well. Leave a like and comment below. Let us know what you liked about the video.